saw episode 7 of season 3 of The Royals, and this is the Royal Hangover. Alex, look right in there.
I know, there's a lot going on.
Look, everybody on Facebook Live, they're all right there.
Hi.
That's Alex Sparks. She plays Princess Eleanor on the show.
Thank you very much.
She does it quite well. That's Jeffrey. He's going to take your questions, so just put them in the little comment section.
Send them in.
Jeffrey.
And Jeffrey will field them, and we'll get into some stuff. Nice episode, Alex.
Oh, thank you. I've thought I did particularly well in the fighting scenes.
Yes.
Jeffrey was just
Yeah. It was so skilled.
Thank you.
Skilled
Well,
fighter.
that was Brian Fernandez wrote that episode. Brian's here. So. And originally he pitched that it would be an Eleanor fighting.
Well, it usually is. I mean, when you think about
That's
it.
not true, actually. It was always meant to be Liam and Robert, but
Yeah.
we should talk about some Eleanor stuff in this episode because, last week my mom and everyone else in the world was very upset about what's going on with Jasper and Eleanor. Obviously, we see the residue and the fallout of that in this episode.
Yes.
Now we'll set Sebastian aside for a second.
Okay.
Let's just talk about Jasper in general. He was kind of AWOL this episode. He was completely AWOL.
He was completely, yes.
We're not sure where he is. Obviously, at the end of the episode, she texts him and says, "Say something."
Yeah.
But she seems to be fairly noble in this episode. She's carrying on. She's doing her thing. What's behind that, do you think?
Well, I think there's a lot going on in the family, and I think Eleanor hasn't really processed what's happened with Jasper. I don't think she really wants to process it, or she has the ability to. And I think she's still in a kind of shock period currently, and so she's trying to prioritize the message that she has from her father that came on the watch to do good, and that's kind of what's guiding the way. And she's trying to just get on with the other things that are happening in her life, and maybe not accept what she fears.
Yeah. It's good that you bring that up because you can tell that she's clearly heartbroken or at least shocked a bit. And she says she's not in a good place to Sebastian.
Yeah.
But Simon said he was proud of her and to do good, which led to the speech, the Christmas speech at the end of the last episode, and I think to her showing up and putting on a brave face and doing her thing in this one,
Yeah, that's what it's all about, I think.
Now, Sebastian comes along. Mm-hmm. Where's her headspace? He seems like he would be a wonderful, viable rebound if she were in that place, but she doesn't seem to be there yet.
No, she's not at all in that place. I don't think. She's definitely not. She's not interested in anyone else. And he comes along, and I think, for Eleanor to let her walls down and speak to anyone is a really big deal. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's quite an interesting dynamic when Sebastian comes along, because quite quickly she starts talking to him, and that's quite rare for Eleanor. So I think he's got a really gentle sort of quality that she doesn't feel pushed by or judged by, and she can relate to him in some sort of weird ways that she can't.
Yeah, I thought you did some great work while not speaking. You can see Eleanor, sort of judging him a little bit, or trying to get to know him quietly.
Yeah.
Especially in the croquet scene.
Yeah.
And then he says off the record, and of course, he's royal.
Yeah.
He's someone who gets her life and the trappings of it. And if he's meant to be trusted, which is, as she says, she has a lot of trust issues. We've not seen her with many friends.
No, she doesn't have many friends.
Maybe he would be a perfectly viable friend for her. He can understand her life on that level.
And I think it's an interesting kind of situation where they've been thrown into together, whereby it's just the two of them and they're doing this activity, and she's kind of feels like she can open up to this person. And I think it's a really interesting dynamic, and whether it'll be a friendship or it'll open up, ideas and questions in Eleanor's mind about her life and relationship, I guess is something that we'll
find out.
Yeah, find out.
You remember when Jasper and Eleanor talked about being exclusive or not being exclusive?
Yes.
Do you think that Eleanor is an exclusive kind of girl? Do you think that she wants to be in a relationship? Or is she better, as she said to Sarah Alice, I have lots of princes?
Okay.
Not sure about the white horse part.
Lots of princes,
Is she better as a non-exclusive girl, or does she genuinely want a relationship and a love and to be head over heels in something like that?
Well, I think that we've never seen Eleanor in like a proper relationship so far in the show, but you know, I think that she wants to be in a relationship. She wants to be loved. Like, I think that's what everyone wants in life, is to have that, you know, that person that they can trust and who loves them for who they are. But I think, you know, she's never really had that before in terms of friends, you know, let alone a relationship. And I guess it's easier for her to jump around and put on the mask and get herself into trouble and have different guys as, you know, distractions. But I think, and I believe that at the end of the day, that's what she wants. Mm-hmm. But whether or not she believes that she deserves it or she can have it is a whole other thing. And that's why I think she's in this state of shock right now.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I think that's true. I smell a poll. Let's do a poll. Let's ask the fans, do they think that Eleanor is an exclusive type of girl? If they are, thumbs up. Or is she better off just flitting about and, you know, being glitterati and having all kinds of suitors and having fun and doing those types of things? That would be thumbs down. A wow face. What is the wow face?
Well, you can use the emojis right here. So if you're watching right now, you're watching live, click the wow.
That's what that is.
You can do the wow, you can do thumbs up, you can see all the interaction. You're actually getting a mix right now.
So you can that's your comment. You can just put them.
Yeah, and actually a lot of people are saying they think she should be exclusive. Yeah. I think there's a lot.
I think she wants to be, you know, like who doesn't want to, you know, be cuddled up on the couch in a Santa hat with Tom?
Just Tom.
Jasper.
Also known as Jasper.
Yeah, you know, but she's a troubled girl and she's, you know.
Yeah, I said last week that in many ways I felt like Jasper has as many trust issues as Eleanor does, which is a tough combination for two people.
They do, yeah.
And we've seen them lower their guards for each other. I thought that Eleanor was incredibly heroic when she said, I forgive you. I've decided to forgive you. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Considering where we're at now, do you think they can get back to that place?
Well, I mean, right now, speaking on behalf of Eleanor, I think she's just in complete shock as to what the hell has just happened, and so I don't think she's really even processed what's happened. Like, so I think, you know, the next episodes are going to really kind of explain and unfold that, because she needs to speak. Like at the end of the episode, say something. She says, right. You know, like,
and I know a guy. And I would bet that depending on what he says, what something he says or doesn't say is going to tell a big part of that tale, don't you think?
Absolutely. She just wants to know, you know, it was a huge kind of jump from one extreme to the other in terms of absolute, you know, happiness to just black.
Yeah. So. Well, I like that she takes sort of Sebastian's words. He says, you know, thank you for trusting me, or being willing to trust me. Mm-hmm. And she transfers that to Rosie.
Yeah.
So she goes to James and she says, you know, hey, how about Rosie for my security guard? She's having security guard issues
a little bit
at this point.
Yeah.
Guys are dropping like, you know, left and right.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of like the idea of, we haven't seen a female bodyguard yet.
We have not. And yes.
Maybe it'll be Rosie.
I was like, should I maybe?
I smell a poll.
It's going to give things away.
Yeah. Oh, you almost Williamed it. You almost pulled a Mosley.
It's so bright. I don't want to get yelled at.
Well,
what's the question?
Let's go back to our poll then. You know, thumbs up for female bodyguard, or wow face for maybe hot new male bodyguard.
Yeah, but Rosie can really, like, she was impressive.
She
That's
did
the
some
thing.
things.
And I think Eleanor was like kind of all about the girl power there, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, Jeffrey, we'll let the poll stream through. What's going on? What are the fans talking about?
So the original poll, everyone wants her to be exclusive. I think we saw tons and tons of thumbs up. One wow face. I think there was literally one person who wanted.
Wait, what's the wow face for?
To be non-exclusive.
I saw 3 wow faces right in the beginning, where 3 fans were like, "Oh no, run the table!
Yeah,
run the table!" Like,
the naughty fans.
Too many good-looking dudes out there, and some women, because she dated last year. She did a bit of that too.
So Sherry says she's sort of a theory. Could Sebastian be a plant for that reporter to find a little bit more out about Eleanor?
You know, our fans are savvy.
Well, yeah,
clever. They are very clever. Sure, he could be.
But wrong.
No.
So you answered it. Boom.
Or maybe not so wrong.
Not.
No. Well done, Mosley.
Thank you for the answer.
I've had a lot to drink.
But you see,
I've had nothing to drink.
but I like our fan base.
Yeah.
I like our loyals because they're
getting into
always
it.
like they understand the rhythm of things aren't always as they're presented.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? And then Alex just gives it away. But that's okay. That's all right.
No,
What
that
else
was a
is
test
going
though.
on?
That was like
Cheryl says she loves the boxing outfit. What has been your favorite outfit to wear so far this entire series?
It was a good outfit.
the entire series of the whole series.
Yeah.
What has been the thing you liked so much that you had to take and or get as a gift?
Wait, are you asking
No,
me
She
questions?
was helping. I think she was,
Okay,
she was helping.
what did I take as a gift? A lot of things.
Was there
my
some
boots.
particular thing
My
you
favorite,
loved?
my boots, the Jimmy Choo boots from season 1. They're my favorite, and
You just get to keep them?
was I supposed?
Once in a while, the actors will get a gift.
Yeah.
Very nice.
My favorite costume is probably from
Don't tell Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Your favorite costume. Yeah.
from episode 6, from the Christmas episode last week. I'd say was probably my favorite. Like I loved the boxing ring one, but it was very uncomfortable and kind of like that thing, bruised rib cage.
Was it the dream sequence outfit or which outfit?
The gown and the top, the whole thing.
The Wonder Woman outfit, I called it.
Exactly.
Because when you had the jeans on, it was like the Wonder Woman. Yeah. That was good stuff.
It was.
A lot of people are loving the Harry Potter references in this episode. Ashley says she thinks Robert's more of a Slytherin, but Jacqueline wants to know what Harry Potter house would you guys actually be in? And commenters, you should leave this what you think you should be in too.
Who, me and Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you identify?
We're dressed.
Your house.
Yeah, exactly. I would probably be a Hufflepuff. What's the sporty one? Is there a sporty one?
Kind of like Gryffindor a little bit. Kind of like the more hero-y.
No, I'd probably be in the nerdy one.
Yeah.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw's scientific, right?
Okay,
Isn't
yeah.
that
It's like a
scientific?
little bit,
I
yeah.
guess nerdy could go either way.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff is what? Like kind of just like the ones that don't really fit in.
That's the yellow ones that no one really knew
Yeah,
about.
the dorky ones. No, I will say, quite honestly, I was in school. When I was in school, I was like cross tribe. Like I got along with all the cliques. I think a lot of writers are like that. You know, you can kind of like find your way. You know, I could hang out. I had friends that were jocks. My closest friends were more the sort of like dorky, geeky guys that, you know, now they all like run the world.
Yeah.
Just call your friends.
companies.
Everybody rolled their eyes at
Yeah.
them and me. So probably Hufflepuff for me. Alex, what about you? Slytherin?
Yep.
Actually? You think Slytherin?
Listen, I watched Harry Potter like once.
Okay, so Slytherin.
Oh, no,
No,
Gryffindor.
I'm just
Okay.
Yeah, Gryffindor for
Okay.
Alex, for sure.
Gryffindor for sure. The one that Harry Potter was in.
But I will tell you that when you bring a story, a runner like this up in the writer's room, oh, people have their opinions.
Really?
You walk into a room full of writers, and that's some serious stuff you're talking about. Everyone is going to declare their tribe.
Yep.
Really?
And oh man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that was a fun one to write. And of course, Genevieve was in Harry Potter. And she says in the show, what's wrong with Hufflepuff? And she says, well, I'm a Ravensclaw, obviously, which I think Willow is.
Oh, nice.
But
nice.
the character she played in Harry Potter, I believe she was a Slytherin. That's right.
So I think this relates to Sebastian and Eleanor's, where she took a picture of him. What's the weirdest place a fan has asked you to take a pic for both of you?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, and you? You want to go first?
Well, mine won't be near as weird as yours will be.
Mine. What do you mean?
I once was, you always get recognized in weird spots, and I, of course, don't get recognized near as much as the cast does from One Tree Hill or from this, but I once I was in Target buying something, weird, body hair remover or something, and this woman's like, you're the guy from One Tree Hill. And of course I got both, I'm like, yeah. She's like, can I get a picture? And so like, oh, I know where it was. I take it back. I did get recognized at Target. I went with my wife. We were at an outlet mall, and I had just come out of like Theory and Barney's, like kind of like cool shops. And she said, do you know that Forever 21 has men's clothes? And I said, they do? And she goes, just come in with me. So I'm in like the sale part of the men's section of Forever 21. And these two girls were like, hey, you're the guy from One Tree Hill.
That's funny.
I'm like, yeah.
Here I am.
She goes, can we get a picture? So I took a picture in Forever 21.
Nice. What about you?
Oh, mine was at literally opened a cubicle in a public toilet at Fargo Airport.
So I told you yours would be better.
Alone, there was nobody there. Like I had a layover. You could have roller skated nude. No one would have seen you. Nobody. And I was there was no one in the bathroom. And then opened it's just.
Yeah.
Did you take the picture in the bathroom?
I did, yeah.
And the you alone after that?
Well done.
Washed my hands and then selfie and
At least
saw them again when I went out. Really good.
I also, because I don't get recognized that often, I was coming off a plane in LAX, and this guy goes, hey, Mark. Actually, it was a woman. Hey, Mark. And I just assumed...
Actually, it was a woman.
It was a couple, and I assume I'm going to know those people.
Yeah.
Because if somebody calls to me somewhere, it's usually someone I know. Yeah. And I said, hey, and then realized instantly, I don't know who these people are. And they said that they were on their way to their honeymoon. They were going to Hawaii for their honeymoon, and they loved One Tree Hill, and sort of went on and on. It was really wonderful. And I had been on the flight with Debbie Allen, who was sitting next to me. And Debbie Allen, for me, she was on Fame, and she was married to Norm Nixon from the Lakers, and she was a big deal. And so I said hi to them, and we took a picture, and I said, you see, look, Debbie Allen. And they said, we don't know who that is. And I was like,
you were the star.
Yeah, I got to be the guy.
That's pretty cool.
That day. So that was fun. That wasn't the best anecdote.
No, it was
Sarah,
good.
Sarah wants to know
It's
where
free.
was Jasper this episode? I know we didn't see him. Do you know where where was he?
He went to Ibiza, I think.
Tom may have went to Ibiza, but they're talking about Jasper.
I know. Sorry.
Yes, I know where he was. And if I was going to be William Moseley and give you a spoiler, I would say that he's doing a little research on this reporter because he needs to figure out how to deal with her moving forward, which he'll probably do next episode. Just saying, you might want to check it out.
Nice. Nice.
All right. How did she do with the? What was the last poll we did?
There was a lot of thumbs up.
For the female bodyguard,
yes,
for Rosie.
They liked Rosie.
Yeah, nice. She's good.
Good. We'll see a bit
Fiery.
more of her next week too. Look at all the spoilers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, whoa, man.
Crazy.
Mark Moseley.
And also possibly Alex Park in body paint next week.
What?
Oh,
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Rocking some body paint.
Lot of it.
Yeah. Okay. Before I go, because we have you here and the fans have been, it's been a week of misery for the Jaspiner shippers.
Yeah. Morning.
At the end of the episode, when she texts him,
Yeah.
do we feel like, I know you mentioned this, I think it's human nature sometimes that we blame ourselves. And, when the breakup happened, she said, it was the letters, is what I said. She wrote him a letter and used the L word. Mm-hmm. She said, I love you, and I know I wrote love, and I mean love. And then she thought, in that moment, oh no, I went too far too fast.
Yeah.
Is she carrying a bit of that around? Is she confused? Is she angry? Is she mad at herself? Is she mad at him? Or is she all of the above?
I think, she's just sad right now. I think Eleanor is sad. I don't think there's any other word. I think all of those things you mentioned, sure, they come into it. But I think overall you see it. She's trying. She's trying to be there. She's trying to make friends, let people in. She's sad. It's real, and she's sad, and she doesn't know what's going on. And her heart hurts because she thinks that, she doesn't know what's going on and why this person has hurt her heart.
And she has who to talk to? James Hill?
Sometimes.
He's a bit of a surrogate father these days, isn't he?
He is. And I think, James Hill and Eleanor I love the relationship between the two of them. I think he kind of steps in as like a surrogate father kind of thing, but also as a buddy. And, he doesn't push he knows Eleanor in the way that, you don't push her to get information out, but if she wants to open up, it will be rare, but I think he appreciates that she opens up to him and asks for his advice, and I think she knows that he's there, and he knows that she knows that he's there, and that's pretty special.
Yeah, he's good with her.
He's really
and I think that's a really smart thing that you said. He lets her find her way to it.
Exactly.
He guides her a bit.
Because he's watched her, he knows how she is, and he thinks she's pretty great for who she is.
And when they met, she said, "You'll let me down, everyone does." But then when he wanted the upgrade to Ted's position, she said, "You never have."
Yeah.
So, I like that. I like those two.
Yeah, they're great.
Should we call my mom?
Literally, all the comments are saying, Joanne, Victoria, when is Mark going to call his mom?
All right. She's chopped liver, dialing the phone.
Sandy, Mark, call your mom.
All right. Let's call her. She loves Alex. This will be a nice little reunion. Oh, the fans already know that. You've spoken on the show, haven't you?
Hello.
Hello, Mother. It is your son, Marky. How are you?
Oh, Marky, I didn't like it this week.
Now, I will get into that in a second, Mom. I'm just saying, the first 5 weeks, the first half of the season, we had such a nice run where every time you answered the phone, you were happy as a clam and you loved the episodes. And now, this is what I expected when I first called you. Now we're getting the real stuff.
Yeah.
Love that honesty.
We heard with the Queen today and her scene. We got into the real stuff. So what's going on? How come you didn't like it?
Well, it's because it was so different. And I realize that you're introducing new people, and this was a good way of doing it, but it was just so different, and I felt sorry for the princess. I felt sorry for Liam, and it just was so different that, I'm used to, I don't know, I miss Jasper for one thing.
Well, you and the fans, Mom.
You and everyone.
Well, I'm sure, but where did he go? Did he quit?
No.
I mean, is he supposed to have quit or just left?
No, I think in early on when James Hill talks to Eleanor asks did he say where he's going, and he says no, he just asked for some time away.
Right.
So now between me and you, Mom, he's probably trying to figure out the background of this reporter. He's probably away doing some research so he can figure out how to fight fire with fire. That would be my guess.
Well,
Just
that
won't
would be
give
my
up.
guess,
And
too.
considering I wrote the next episode,
Well,
I'm probably
sure that
right.
You know what's going on, Mark.
But it was a different episode. We don't often have a boxing match on our show,
No.
right? And I know that you're not a fan of Robert being dismissive towards Liam.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, because you're pro Liam. You have Liam's back, right?
Well, yes, and I think probably all the fans do too, because he's the underdog.
Well, he certainly seems like he's become the underdog. That's for sure.
Yes.
Now,
Here, the poor guy thought he won the match, and then his brother tells him, "Oh no, you didn't really win."
yeah, I know that
Pretty
was painful.
Max
wasn't
is
it?
evil.
Yes,
Not Max.
it was.
Robert.
And then he leaves with Catherine.
Yeah, that was insult to injury, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. That was bad.
Well,
Yeah.
and then you got Cyrus lurking around,
Yes.
stoking the
Yeah.
flames, because I think Cyrus would be thrilled if the two brothers went at it, and then maybe Cyrus keeps the crown. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, that's what he wants. That's his goal.
Yeah. Now, Mom, Alex is here tonight on the program.
Oh, hi, Alex.
Hi.
Hi. You
go ahead.
look great, and I like the way they're doing your makeup this year.
Oh, you do?
Yes, they're not doing the eyes as much.
Little bit less. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
and you know what? It looks very becoming. I really like it.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Now, it's interesting you say that as well, Mom, because I can recall having conversations with Marie, who's our new head of the department, hair and makeup.
Marie's always done that.
And we had conversations about when it's appropriate for Eleanor to do the crazy eye makeup, like when they went, when they went to the EDM festival, the EDC. She did this sort of crazy orange neon eye makeup, which was awesome. But there's certain episodes, and I think this was one of them, where we talked about she's not in that place.
Yeah.
Emotionally, she's down. She's been heartbroken.
Right.
So, we try to
vulnerable.
adjust things accordingly. So it's good that you picked up on that.
That is good picking up.
And she does look so sad. I mean, she just looks so down. She played that part so well.
Oh,
Yeah, Alex-
you're my biggest fan.
Yeah, no, she did a great job. She always does,
She did.
but
She always does.
I was
We all
telling
do.
I was telling her that she does a lot when she's not speaking. She's still doing a lot of work with her eyes and
Yes.
she's listening and it that's rounds out that character and the episodes really well, I think.
Yes.
Very
yeah.
encouraging.
Well, I know that you have been dismayed by the
You know it.
by the Jasper Eleanor of it all. But you understand, obviously, I created those characters. I put them together in the first place, and I am the biggest fan on the planet of Jaspinor. I'm rooting for Jasper.
I know you are. I know.
And so, we got 3 big episodes left,
and they're big.
and we have hope. And they've got to, it's tough for those two because they have those trust issues and they get in their own way sometimes, as we all do. But but I just say hang in there, keep the faith.
Yeah.
Well, of course I'm going to. It's just that this wasn't like the other ones.
Well, I know you're going to hang in there, but sometimes there are other programs that you start watching and then you DVR my show. So the only way I can keep you watching live is to keep you on this post show every week. So.
I watch live every week. Come on.
All right. Well,
right.
listen. You look. The fans are pleased with your comments, and they usually agree with you. And,
good.
And they like to hear from you every week, as do I. So you're doing great, Mom. And you'll come back next week, please.
Oh, of course, I will.
All right. Well, have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there she is. It's amazing how you can tell from the tone of how she answers the phone.
Yeah, that was really deep.
Hello.
Hi.
Now, you understand now, growing up, you step foot in the door and you know what you're getting. All right. What else is happening?
Andy notices the boxing gloves.
Boxing gloves. That was
He calls those out in the...
That was a gift from the writer of this episode. Thank you, Brian.
Very nice.
Well done. And did you notice the royal beaver? That's
And
the
Truman,
that's the royal
has
beaver.
Truman come up?
This Truman's over there.
My shoulder, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Look at this.
People, are calling up the photo, too.
Now, let's see. Alex, do you remember when we took that photo?
Yes, episode 2 of season 1.
Wow.
That's right. Now, it was technically episode 2 if you count the pilot.
Was that the pilot?
Yep, no, it was episode 2, but it was the first episode. We shot the pilot, then the show got picked up, and this was the first day of season 1,
Oh, yeah.
and it was right after lunch. I remember.
There we are, and here we are.
You were doing the walk and talk with Jasper through the tent outside.
Oh,
and
yeah.
and then you noticed the swimmer.
Andy the swimmer.
That's right. And you went and you said, "Swimmer, huh?" And off you went, and that's what we were shooting in that moment.
Yes.
I distinctly remember.
Time has...
No.
Just kidding. I don't know.
Like it was yesterday. Okay, what else?
Taylor wants to know, how real was the fight? It looked like they were actually hitting each other.
In a way.
How real was that fight?
They wanted to hit each other. Do you remember this, Alex?
Yeah. It got really intense in that ring.
The funny thing, most actors are like this. They always want to do their stunts. The young ones.
Particularly William.
The young ones.
Particularly
and they get a chip on their shoulder. When we shot the polo match, which was the first episode of season 2, he drove us crazy. See, the thing about William is he's very sort of, what's the thing where you just you get stuck on it and you have to do it?
Like method acting?
Yeah, it's not even method. It's like, what is it, guys? Like if you have to touch the doorbell 3 times. Compulsive? Oh, yeah, compulsive. Like William has a bit of I don't know if it's OCD or what it is. He locks on something, you can't get him off of it. And he wanted to ride the horse in the polo match. And I was directing that episode, and every 7 seconds he was right over my shoulder. Can I ride the horse now? Can I ride the horse now? Can I ride the horse now? And I said, fine, get on the horse. And the first AD said, why are you having him ride the horse? We don't need him to ride the horse. We have a double. If he falls off the horse, we have no lead in this episode. And I was like, because he's driving me crazy. So we had him literally ride the horse past, and I was like, good, get off the horse. You're not riding the horse.
That taught him if he's persistent enough.
So they wanted to punch each other. And we're like, do you understand that we have so much more episode left to shoot?
Yeah.
And God forbid anything go wrong.
A broken nose.
Yes.
Like,
So much work for makeup.
But I think there was probably, Menhaj is here. He directed the episode. Where are you? Did you ever let them punch each other?
No. He said no.
And
you can't hear.
He said no.
And
And
one of the takes, he walked into the Steakhouse, and he had a massive scratch on his back.
I saw those. Yeah, you see those scratches,
Yeah.
and you assume they're from like the ropes.
Yeah.
But it was from the Steadicam, running.
So
into
the
them.
fight didn't injure him. Just
No,
production
no.
equipment did.
No, Menhaj did.
Yeah. Oh, great. Dang it.
He's so into it.
Yeah.
He gets so into it, William.
You know what?
So focused.
I love William. Give me a dozen just like him. He loves the show. He loves the character. As does Alex. We have a really great cast they love the show. They enjoy making it. We have a lot of fun. The days are ambitious. They always are. But
We're lucky to have you, Marky.
and they're lucky to have me. Thank you, Alex.
Hey.
So we should wrap this up. I think I've been babbling. One last question from online for Alex, maybe, or for me.
You're like,
Well,
nope.
they do. They want to know,
Alex.
one, if Eleanor, it's a Gemma question, will we see her again, and what did Eleanor think about Gemma?
What
Gemma?
did Eleanor think about?
Oh,
Gemma?
Gemma. That's very random.
That's season 1 there.
What did Eleanor think of Gemma? She didn't really know her that well.
I think that's fair.
She didn't really know her that well. She was just kind of like, she hung out with Liam a lot. I don't think she ever thought it was very serious.
The ladies brought her up in this episode, and it kind of
They did.
sparked people going, are
They
we going to
did.
see her again? Is that a possibility?
You know what's interesting is I always said, and until Robert died, I always felt like the twins weren't that close. We know that Robert and Eleanor were really close, and they became close after Robert died. And so, Liam's history with Gemma was probably quite separate from Eleanor's life. Liam went off to school. Eleanor didn't go to school or dropped out of school.
Yeah, they weren't very close. They didn't really know what was going on in each other's lives.
And, I don't know. It's not really in the plans to see Gemma. In the writer's room, we like to sort of recall things and we like to reward the fans for having a history with the show.
Got it.
So we will, put in little references and things because I think it's nice when a fan has stayed with a show and the history of the show to bring those things back. So I think that's where that came from. But we're not dropping breadcrumbs there, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, listen, Alex,
Yes,
I would be remiss. First of all, we got 3 big episodes left.
Yes, we do. Huge.
You next week with body paint, and maybe. Well, I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to William that one.
We're doing a lot of that.
We have been. But I would be remiss if I didn't say what a great job you do with this character is so lucky to have you.
Aww.
You're so good to Eleanor, and you're so good as Eleanor, and you're doing great work, and I'm really proud of you. You're doing great.
Thank you very much. I'm lucky to have Eleanor. So,
If you guys want to talk about the show, keep the dialogue going, keep the conversation going, you can do it here. You can do it on the Snap and Chat. You can do it at the Instapic. And you can do it on
the Snap and Chat.
On the Twitter thing. Yep. So you can do it on all the social media that I don't have. And we love it when you do. And next week, we have a brand new episode, episode 8. I don't know if we're on during the Super Bowl the week after
We're
that.
not.
I think we're off.
Yep.
So we have episode 8 next week live, and then we're off for a week, and then we got the final 2 episodes. They're all massive. They're wonderful. You're going to love them. Thanks for watching, guys. And
Thanks,
we'll see you in a
guys.
week. Woo! Nice job.